Then the Lord replied, write down the revelation and make it plain on the tablets, so that a herald may run with it. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end, and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Habakkuk 2:2-3. Hearing the voice of God. The Lord is replying to Habakkuk, and Habakkuk can hear God speaking. So when God speaks, what kind of the energies are released into you? Write down the revelation. Key number one, you need to notice it is the voice of God that translates an image into a text. Write down the revelation. So Habakkuk was seeing, but the Lord told him, turn it into a text. And the reason why many people, they have unfulfilled visions in life is because they can figure it in their mind, but they cannot translate it into a transcript. And this word, the way it was created, it only understands what is written. That's why you find God is powerful. But for him to function effectively, he sought a book for himself. And once things were written about him, it now became easier for God to operate from this world. So, and that's why we normally say Jesus is the Word of God, Logos or Rema, however. The voice of God translates vision or revelation into text for ease of applicability. Number two, and make it plain on a tablet. It is a voice of God that unpacks a mystery and make it plain. So it is a revelation. It is in ambiguous form. It is opaque to understanding. So he says, if you write it, make it plain. So the voice of God is the one that makes mysteries plain. So when you're operating through the voice of the Lord, you will notice from there the things that are complex becomes very plain. So the voice of God is the one that simplifies mysteries, is the one that divides the mysteries of God into understandable portions, so that a herald may run with it. The voice of God enables mind to capture and comprehend. So it's the voice of God that enables comprehension, so that a herald may run with it. How will he run with it? Meditating. That's a psychological application. So if you come and you draw many takera parusin there, so we can see it all over us, but there is no one who can translate it into a comprehensible text. It is just a vague thing. So God has spoken, but nobody will ever obey what he has said, because nobody can understand it. So that's why he speaks, to bring that information into pieces and portions that can be consumed with the mind. So it is good you hear the voice of God. Then he says, for the revelation awaits an appointed time. It is the voice of God that decides Kairos moment for you. For the revelation await an appointed time. So when the voice of God is speaking to you, one of the things you notice, the voice of God will also address your clock and your timetable. The voice of God is very much interested with your age. You are praying, let this be my season. Let this be my appointed time. The moment you hear the voice of God, that voice of God carries the Kairos energy. You cannot miss your season. Because God, if you miss the season, it will mean what God spoke was a lie. And God cannot lie. It speaks of the end. The voice of God captures or possesses future now. Habakkuk is being told so he can hear. And God is telling him the revelation is about the end. But if he just saw the vision, he could not have known when this vision is implementable. But by hearing God, the Lord told him it is for the end. So the voice of God is able to possess the future now. So you are walking forward knowing the future is in your custody. And it will not prove false. The voice of God gives clarity and authenticity and legitimacy to the vision. It will not prove false. So the voice of God is coming to bring a confirmation or to release authenticity. This is not a lie. This is real. This is genuine. This is not a counterfeit. The voice of God. And then he says, though it linger, wait for it. The voice of God is the one that destroys the spirit of delay. So the voice of God induces into you the ability of waiting patiently on the Lord. This one you are able to persevere and endure. It will certainly come and will not delay. So the voice of God comes in your life to give you a guarantee and an assurance. And the voice of God releases the power of fulfillment. The Lord have said it. The Lord, you have been shown the vision, and then you hear God talking about what He has shown you. That voice, its major work in you is to release in you the power that overcomes delay and the power of fulfillment and accomplishment. So how did Habakkuk position himself to hearing the voice of God? It is recorded in verse 1, is through earnest intercessory. I will stand at my watch praying and station myself on the ramparts. That's a praying position. I will look to see what He will say to me and what answer I am to give to this complaint. So it was, and what answer I am to give to this complaint. So this was a response to Habakkuk's earnest intercessory. So this was a prayer session. So God was responding to a prayer. So earnest intercessory. Have a posture of prayer that is of watching, or you are stationed on the ramparts. Have that positioning of prayer and you hear